0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
When you're doing a chemical service, you have to make sure you got everything you need right there next to you. So when you get ready to perform the service, you don't have to walk away.
Oh, that's real good.
Your client pay attention to all of that. You need a rat tail comb, preferably with plastic on the end. Do not use one. Being is to protect the client's skin once you put the solution on their skin. Okay? Now, when you are rolling your permanent wave, you need to make sure you got end papers. Everybody got end papers? Okay? Make sure once you roll, this is an example. Once you roll your mannequin, in order to protect the hair, remember when I said in class, this band, these are to protect the hair from the band reaching to the hair, creating breakage, okay? Usually, when I do a person's hair, in the very first row, I roll that particular roller forward. The reason being is, this is a chemical. It's gonna break down the sulfite bonds in order for it to create the curl. So I roll it towards the face so it won't create breakage on their hairline. From that point on, you can go backwards, or if they're gonna wear a lot of bangs, you can roll the next one forward, whatever the preference of the client, okay? But these are to protect the band from being on top of the hair. Also, you see where the band is? It's on top, it's not twisted. It's making sure it doesn't create breakage once you put the solution on the hair, okay? Now, when you get ready, once you pick your size of rod you want for your mannequin, when you get ready, make sure you have bottled water. Permanent Waves comes with the pre-wrap in the box, so that you can put it on the hair because it has conditioning agents in it to help protect the hair as it's doing the permanent solution. Make sure you keep the hair saturated. I'm gonna give you an example of how to part, and then after that, I want you guys to start working on your mannequin, okay? Now, the first roller, like I said, you see where the hairline is? You're gonna use the diameter of the roller. This is a bigger rod. So you're gonna go behind the rod, as you can see. Everybody see? And you're gonna slice out using the rat tail tip of the comb. Like so.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
If you feel that the hair is too thick, you can always go back in and make it thinner to improvise for that person's density of their hair. Because once you put the solution on it, you gotta make sure it's completely saturated. And you do not want it to be too thick where it causes under processing. During the time that you are doing this, you must keep the comb in your hand. You must have the roller in your hand. You must have the end papers in your hand. Now, when you are rolling the hair, depending on the length, because all people's hair is not the same length, right? So when you're rolling, when you use your perm rod, it needs to rotate around the roll at least 2 to 3 times to even process the curl. If it doesn't go around the hair 2 to 3 times, then you're not going to create a curl. It's not going to create anything. So be my, okay? Now, the position of the end papers that I'm doing today, I am gonna do a double end paper wrap. One at the top
Let's get started.
and one at the bottom. Pull it all the way to the end, and I'm gonna hold the hair at a 90-degree angle. The reason why I'm gonna hold it at a 90-degree angle because I want a lot of curl. You see the hair is really straight. Now, when you are rolling the actual permanent wave, this is what's gonna make your curl pop. The size of the rod and the tension of the roller going from the end of the hair down to the scalp, okay? So, I'm starting in the front, so I want it to go forward. So I'm gonna put the roller in front of my end papers. I'm gonna make sure the hair is completely covered to the very end. And I'm gonna use tension to roll the hair straight down. Now, when you are rolling, if you need water, okay, make sure that you keep the hair wet because it will sometimes, depending on the porosity of the hair, get dry on you. And you need it to have flexibility to get it around the rod. Now, once you start rolling, you keep even tension
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
because once you put the solution on the roller, it's gotta be completely saturated all the way down to the rod. The reason being is because the saturation is gonna make the sulfide break down to the curl of this rod, okay? So you roll it all the way down, making sure that by that is because if you hold your roll, pick up your roller. You feel the little ruffle marks on the side. You do not want the hair to hit the sides because once the hair breaks down, that's a chemical reaction of the hair breaking down and it'll cause frizz and breakage as well. So make sure you keep even tension all the way down. If you get off track, if you need to start over, it's okay. Now, once you roll the roller completely down, if you look on the side of your roller, there's different little grooves on the side. That will help you keep from putting the rubber part of the roller too tight. You see the little slot? Just put it in that little slot. Using full tension of it because this roller is going forward. So it's gonna be on top, okay? So you take the circle part of the roller,
Oh, that's real
fully
good.
extend it out and snap it in place. It should be on top of the roller. Do not twist it because you're gonna create breakage. We'll do it one more time for you. Use the diameter of your roller. Now, if you need to wet it, wet it. Or use the actual solution that's in your permanent wave, depending on which one you like to use for your service for the permanent wave. Use your diameter, slice. Why you need a plastic tip? You see how I slice that? And if that silver tip scratch that scalp, once you put the solution on, it'll irritate. Now, this is the second rod. Make sure it's good tension. Now, you don't not only have to do it like at a 90, you can also do it off base, depending on what your client wants in curl. Same as the actual perm rod. Some people just want body. They don't want a complete curly look. So they just doing it for volume and lift because permanent wave, what it does, it swells the hair and gives it body and lift once it breaks down. But depending on what your client wants is the size of the rod in which you choose, okay? Same thing. If I want to do all base, if you don't want much curl, some people use bookends. as you can see, if I use bookends, you think it's gonna completely cover the rod by this length of hair? No. So you gotta protect the hair. So I'm gonna double wrap it.
Let's get started.
Now, make sure you do what? Pull it all the way up. Now, at the end of this service, that's when you incorporate while you're doing the hair, which you supposed to have a consultation. You have to let them know if they have any damage on their ends. It's best to clip once the actual permanent wave is processed. Okay? Now, if I wanted to do an off base, how would I hold the hair? You hold it at a what? At a 45-degree angle. You go all the way to the tip. Using even tension. You don't need to do that because your curl is not going to process properly. Make sure it's completely out. Keep even tension using your hand very tightly. Don't let go. And roll completely down to the scalp. Take your rubber on the side of your roller. You see the grooves right here? Completely snap them in place. Or if you want to go that way, you can go that way, but that's not suggested because that's behind the roller. Try to go on top. Take the roller, snap it in place. Make sure you maneuver it in place on top. Once you complete the entire head, that's where these come in place. Or any type of plastic you can to make sure that the actual rubber is not touching the scalp. I put them on the side.
Oh, that's real good.
That kind of holds your curl in place after you do the entire head. Then you're gonna go back with your solution. You're gonna take your solution after you've basted it around the ears, around the neck. You're gonna put your cotton around the head. You're gonna put it around the head, basically. Right? And when you put your solution on, you're gonna go above saturation and below the rubber, below, above, and below.
Oh, that's real
And go
good.
throughout each section. Remember where you start putting the solution on, because after you put the solution on, you're gonna do a test curl. What I mean by test curl is after at least 5 minutes, you're gonna check the client's hair. Depending on the porosity of the hair, you should check it sooner, 2 to 3 minutes. It depends on the individual, whether they got color, whether their hair is just dried out, and that depends on also what type of permanent right? So once you put the solution on and you test the curl and you unroll the actual rod, you're gonna unroll it partial way.
You've got to get a hold
You're
of
gonna have on gloves. And you're gonna make sure it's an S pattern there. Once you see an S pattern, that means you have completed with the curve solution, and then you're gonna go on to your neutralizer. What is neutralizer? Neutralizer is the one that brings back the pH. That is also in your box. Another thing, once you do the solution part of the permanent wave, that is when you are putting on your gloves. Do not start putting on the solution without your gloves on, because that protects your hand. When you're rolling, it's okay, but once you pick up your solution, you need to make sure you have gloves on to protect your hand. do not want this to be on the Kindness to protect the client, protective cream around the ear and around the neck. Okay? Now, I want you to start off with your first roller. It's your choice to go forward or back. This is your doll, your client. You do it the way you would like it done, or the way she likes it done. Everybody got a complete understanding of what to do? Okay.
Oh, that's real good. You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Come and check. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Stopping me.